This has been a very popular question. I'll just show you guys how I afford my BMW M4 Competition. Everybody's looking at that M4 pull up in the back. Hey, how's it going? Everything is good?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna walk in there.
Yeah, okay.
You said what? So I'm gonna give you guys a step-by-step. Ready? Are you ready? 5 cents. Yo, it's only 5 cents. I don't know, the people that be going around, I got all this stuff. These are legit my bottles, all of mine. But I like to save it so that my neighbors like to, you know, I don't know, like, you know, make it easy on them, you know. I don't want them digging, rummaging through all the garbage and destroying stuff. But for the purpose of this video, because I get this question a lot, I figured, you know, why not troll you guys? I'm gonna do it myself. 5 cents for glass? Lost a nickel, boy. Cold out there. But first off, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you guys who asked me that question, because I assume you're asking me because you believe I'm doing something right in life, and in a weird way, you're congratulating me for, I don't know, doing it. If that makes any sense? Plus, a lot of us don't care too much for reading stuff, but so I made this book short, sweet, and to the point. Get Rich Quick by Slow Speed. So, number 1. Get a job. I know this may seem like common sense, but a lot of people, I guess, I don't know, really think they're just gonna get rich quick on their couch. I don't mean just get your regular average Joe, McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever the minimum wage jobs are these days. Then again, Target is paying about $24 to $26 an hour. So, I mean, I guess that's a good starting point, right? Getting a job is probably the most important thing. Number 1, you're gonna get money. Number 2, accountability, responsibility, time management. If you're not used to it, you understand what I'm saying? I did put not McDonald's right here in the corner, just like a little joke. Hey, listen, if you're happy with McDonald's, then get McDonald's, but your chances are you won't be buying M4s anytime soon. So just try to get something that's worth your while. Learn a skill, a trade, and, you know, pick something up along the way, and you get a decent job that pays decent money, and you learn some skills. So, page 2, build mentally. Listen, now I learned this myself the hard way. You won't get anything done if you do not position yourself in the right mindset mentally. That's physically going to the gym, that's investing, that's with your job, that's with your relationship, that's anything, right? That was one of my biggest things, right? When I feel down or just in a not so good mood, I quit everything that I worked so hard for, saving and, you know, spending smart and working out and getting in the gym, and I would just jump and start eating Cold Stone and fast food until, well, I was back to square one. And don't get me wrong, I feel as though I'm still in the process of building mentally. Even the courage to go out here and, like, I guess, you know, film in front of everybody. Like, obviously everybody's freaking looking at me because I have a camera. But, like, I don't know. I feel like when you build yourself mentally, you know, you're secure with yourself, there's a bunch of different, like, levels in your life you can tap into and unlock that, I don't know, you never thought of, you know? So maybe you never thought of owning an M4. Maybe you never believed that you get one, or just the way life is set up. But in all honesty, listen, things could change, and you gotta start mentally. Now, it was cold, and I hope that audio was pretty good. Things that can commonly tear your mental stability down is social media. I'm gonna be real with you. Not everybody is online to make you feel good. They on there to make themselves feel good. I follow people that I know I know them, right? I know stuff, like I know how their life is, right? And they will go online and live this whole fictitious life. They will post things like, oh, you gotta do better, you gotta level up, to kind of make it seem as though they're on a higher level and they're motivating people. But I'll be honest with you, man, I know a lot of those dudes is broke, all right? I know a lot of those people, they got problems, all right? Don't take what you, like, for anything, right? I could be broke. I could be barely affording my car. right? You don't know that. Those people you be posting online, keep my circle small, I'm working in silence and blah, blah. They ain't about nothing, bro. They ain't on anything. I know some of them. They ain't doing nothing. So don't think that like, oh my God, this person got everything together. Where's my life? Use it for as much motivation as you can, but don't sit there and think that everybody's ahead of you in the game, bro. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. Boom. Everybody's path is different. What works for you may not work for somebody else, and what works for somebody else may not work for you. Taking advice from other people and criticism is a good thing. You know, you can learn something that somebody else had to learn so you don't make the same mistakes they do. The way it works for me is I listen to what everybody has to say and I apply it to my life, or I try to make any sense out of it. And if it just doesn't make any sense, or if I know 100% like, listen, you know, screw it, your way is not that great for me, it doesn't seem smart or click in my head, I just ignore it, okay? I don't think about it. If I feel as though they have malice intent, like I guess negative intentions or, you know, little things like that, I just simply ignore it, you know? Like for instance, if you want something and someone tells you how to get it and they don't really exactly have it, or even like not even close, then well, you know, maybe you shouldn't take their advice 100%, if it makes any sense. Now this one is the funny one. This one's a funny one for me. This is where I learned the biggest lesson. You see that, boys? Number 4, invest your money properly. Invest your time properly. We talked about time management and everything. I still struggle with time management, okay? Listen, I'm gonna make this quick. You see, when the market was doing good and, you know, everybody had stock advice, and I seen my boy making some money, you know, like making something out of nothing. My biggest fear is going broke, right? So I see my boy making money. I'm looking first. I'm like, yo, how's he doing that? You know, what's he doing to make that money? How's he doing? And he telling me, yo, listen, I do options trading. I've always invested. I've started investing probably like 2014. So I've invested, but it was like, you know, S&P 500. If I hear about something, I'll look into it and I'll invest it. And, you know, it was just never a lot to where, you know, I'm making millions and millions of dollars, right? So I think the first couple of options that I traded, something I was taking his advice and everything. And I remember, I never forget the one day, 57 minutes, I like double my money. And I was hooked. Ever since then, I was trading these freaking options. I was going crazy. Like I had crack pipe dreams. I'm over here like, what? 911? I'm about to get a 720S crazy crib. I was thinking like way too far ahead of where I am going to be if I continue down this path, which was extremely wrong and uncertain path, but I just knew for sure that I can keep replicating this insane like flipping of my money in like minutes, essentially. My job is not a job where you can be on your phone. Yeah, you can kill yourself, you can kill others. You know, you have lives in your hand. You can't. It's not that type of job, right? So, you know, options, you got to go quick. You know, it goes up and down really quick. So I would get these options, like when I had the chance, I put my phone away. It's the only thing that I could think about. It was distracting. Like I had so much anxiety. Like, oh my God, what's going on? What's happening there? And it's like, boom, you down 600. And you got that choice. Like you put 2,000, right? Let's say you down 600. You got that choice. Like, do I continue to lose because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna look, or do I take out? Bruh, I'm telling you right now, I done probably lost about $10,000 on that damn option trading. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. When I say invest properly, I mean properly as to the level of knowledge that you know when it comes to investing your money. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but please hear me. If you don't know nothing about options, if you listening to your boy, listen, man, don't do it. Invest properly. Options could be used well, great. I'm pretty sure people make millions of dollars doing it, but they know what they're doing, so they're investing their money properly. I took my black ass back over to the S&P 500 index, like growth funds and little ETF stuff like that. You know, because that's what I'm used to. Now, I do have to give a shout out to my mother and my brother-in-law because they put me on back in the summer. Biogen and IronNet. Went to the moon. So that brought me back up. Like I got some of my money from those investments. At the end of the year, I made 38% returns on my money that I had invested in. I don't want to put the name because I don't know how y'all good with this hacking, but like the thing I use to invest. It's kind of like people say Robinhood or like something like that. It's like that, but it's not Robinhood. That 10 grand or however much I lost, 38% of that is what, $3,800. So, you know, I had potential, I guess, of making that money if I would just put it what I'm used to putting it in. But hey, listen, we don't know until we go, and then, you know, things end up like that. But invest your money responsibly. The best way that works for me is to just put a certain amount of money in there every paycheck. You don't see it. The way I think about it is like, okay, let's say, for instance, you do $300 a paycheck or $400 a paycheck, right? You're like, okay, every time I get paid, I'm putting $400 away. You constantly in your head see it as $200, $300, $400 gone, right? But then when you look at the account and you see the growth, you're like, oh man, you're thinking it as $400, right? And the way it's building, you know, and the way it's adding and make money, you go buy a crib, you go put down payment on a crib, you'll get a car, you get M4, right? And back to what I was saying about building mentally, that was a huge important thing for me as well, because you're not going to condition yourself to, I guess, prolong your rewards. For instance, right? I love Cold Stone. Cold Stone about $10 for the gotta have it. I get the gotta have it. I ain't gonna lie. I get sweet cream with pecans and Reese's. If y'all want to get me something, then you know what to get me. And I'm relying on, or coffee. Everybody uses coffee. Who's coffee? Not Cold Stone. You get that satisfaction of drinking that coffee, right? And that's what keeps you afloat. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. To each his own. If that's what you love doing, you don't want M4s, you want coffee, then drink the coffee, in my opinion. But if you want something bigger and better, sometimes you just gotta say, okay, listen, I don't need that satisfaction or that great feeling of drinking that expensive ass coffee every day. I wanna hold off, prolong it. Go to the deli, get your coffee for like $1, $1.50. Save that money that you're gonna spend on the coffee, and at the end of the week, you can buy, these days, a freaking full tank of gas, but at the end of the day, at the end of the week, you can buy yourself maybe some sneakers or, I don't know, you know, then if you hold it for a month, then you'll be able to buy yourself, I don't know, a luxury handbag or a luxury belt or whatever you guys like wearing, right? Or if you hold it for a month, you get my point. The more and more and more you hold, the further and further you hold, the bigger the thing you can get. Now, if I were to not buy freaking cars every 2 years and I would have just stacked that money up, then I'd be looking at a house, a really big house, a nice big house, because these things cost a lot of money. Now, I'm gonna take a little break before I go get number 5. I want some chicken sticks. Yo, this break. I don't know if y'all thought I was playing, but I do not eat in that car, bro. So, pop a squad right here. I mean some chicken sticks. So shout out to these dudes. Oh. Shout out to these dudes over here. What are they? Ain't gonna be a crumb dropped in the M4. I wish I wrote my book. See you guys number 5.
You just a bag on a beat. Bipolar personality, that's why it switches on my glee.
Boom, number 5. Watch YouTube. And like this video. Now, I mean like this video, like watch YouTube as in this video, like you're watching it now. And like this video. Go down below, like it and comment. I wanna know your thoughts. I'm quite the YouTube DIY extraordinaire. Not showing it, but like doing it from like watching other people. The amount of things that I fixed, diagnosed, or just like, I don't know, like figured out was because of YouTube. And I'm not even just talking about cars. Like if you want to rebuild a house, if you want to build a garage, or if you want to fix anything, there's so much knowledge for free on YouTube. Like, it's insane. Am I too dark? Uh-oh. We might have our first problem. Am I becoming too dark, ladies and gentlemen? Because the outside light. Now I have to adjust this camera because I read somewhere that it should adjust the ISO for me and not outside. So hope it's not underexposing me. That might be a little flaw I have to correct. But like I was saying, I learned that on YouTube. Like that's why I bought the camera. You get what I'm saying? You can save a ton of money. This guy, I haven't forgotten you. The guy, when I had my M340 and we did Jerry's exhaust, and he's like, if you have this car, you should be able to afford to pay $500 to have somebody install exhaust. Well, look at me now. I have a whole freaking M4. I can afford an M340 and to pay somebody $500 for my exhaust. But I choose not to because, well, I'd rather do it myself and then go buy an M4. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense to you guys. And I have a secret. I will continue to do that. If people like Tavares can rebuild McLarens and engines and Ferraris and stuff, I should be able to do something. I should be able to bolt on some turbos to this car. I should be able to do all that stuff DIY. And I'm gonna try, you know, and all it takes is in here. And to watch some of Key's Motorsports videos, because he pretty much does it really, really good if you ask me. Listen, F a Shop shirt's about to be available. We DIYing out here, baby. We DIY out here. You can take it to a shop if you feel more comfortable, you don't have the space. Listen, I don't knock you because I don't got the space too much to be doing no engine swaps and all that stuff either. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm a DIY. Hope you guys like this video. And just remember, these are my experiences that led me to come up with the conclusions that I have, okay? There's not one set right way to do something. There's a million ways, and this is just a way that I guess I have gotten to the level of which you guys have asked, how do I afford an M4? Do not take it as the only way, and I'm not saying that I'm the most richest, financial, smartest, blah, 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 but it's just my way that I figured it out. So take it how you wanna. Mike from Slow Speed. Peace out.